After hitting depth 500 farming for Ool on my Trade League main, my Molten Strike of the Zenith Slayer, I thought to myself, what if I made a character that could only use Delve to get items and gear? And after much thought and careful planning, I created my first character on the solo self-found Keepers of the Flame League as a Templar. Welcome to the silly little journey of my Delve-locked solo self-found Templar, Shlaudelver. Now before we get into the delving, I wanted to discuss why I even wanted to try this to begin with, what build I'm going to do, and what restrictions and leniencies I'm giving myself. In case you've never done Delve, it is an infinitely scaling league mechanic where you go through an underground grid of nodes to path to, culminating in a battle, boss fight, or event that drops various amounts of random loot, special loot, and containers that drop more loot. There are the basic nodes that just drop weapons, armor, and just items, but there are also a dozen plus special rare nodes that drop special loot with Delve exclusive modifiers or uniques. In trade leagues, you delve to get currency and materials, usually by targeting fossils, minion nodes, and bosses for unique drops. Most everything else that's normal is entirely useless and disregarded unless you get super lucky with a random currency drop or a unique. This is what I wanted to challenge. Could I make a character that makes use of all these random nodes and everything else within Delve to obtain currency and gear? I'll be doing this in the solo self-found league, where I cannot trade with any other players or use a currency exchange. All the drops are my own. Well, after checking out my options, I settled on following Thighworm's SRS Guardian League starter. Key points of this build is that it focuses on minions for damage, and it only requires rare gear and small links to get decent DPS and defenses. Delve is a league mechanic that unlocks in Act 4 of the campaign, which is also around level 30. So what do I do before then? Well, I came up with what I think are reasonable guidelines to be able to do this challenge at all. I will level to Act 4 with gear I pick up or craft myself, and I will buy skill gems for my build to get started. However, once I am able to unlock and play Delve, I cannot pick up any gear or buy anything else from vendors anymore. All progression must come from Delve with no other league mechanics allowed except what's default in my hideout. So generally my rules are, I will level to Act 4 unlocking Delve with anything I want, then I must not pick up any gear or buy anything from vendors except maps outside of Delve ever again. I'm allowed to use the crafting bench. I can ascend with all the labs as it's a core build mechanic. And I can pick up maps anywhere in order to sustain Sulfite and continue doing Delve without losing my mind. These rules give me numerous problems I have to work through, such as I need specific gems to make my build work. For example, Raise Spectre, which I just forgot to buy, so I need to try and get it. And I'll have to rely on Delve for Amulet Annoyance via Talismans, Tainted Currency, Beast items, General Currency items, any unique drops, etc. I have the goal of beating Ool at least once, the toughest and most rewarding boss in Delve, and getting as deep as I reasonably can with this character while the Keepers League is going. Ool's spawn begins at depth 130, so hopefully I can kick his ass for some good loot. So, let's start the character and get going through the campaign. Starting off, the first few acts are smooth. This build works very well right out of the gate. Summon Raging Spirits makes short work of these bosses, and with a 3 link by Act 2, I'm cruising right through the campaign. In Act 2, I'm just using Holy Flame Totem and Summon Raging Spirits linked to adding lightning damage support and ruthless support. I'll change these out for melee splash and some better gems later while I'm still in the axe. I'm also using Vitality and Clarity as my 2 major aura gems. Normally Purity of Elements will be slotted in 2, but I just end up forgetting that's available in Act 3. Not very professional, but I really didn't plan much of this out, and I want to see what I can make do with gem drops in Delve. Might be more fun for you that way as a viewer. When I hit Act 3, I try and grab the first Ascendancy as soon as possible. I'm going to be focusing on Guardian and grab Radiant Crusade. This skill alone should help me clear out a lot of the annoying trash mobs and nuke the bosses. After a little time, I finally get to Nico, starting the beginning of my Delve disaster of a character. Delve is actually pretty difficult even at the beginning when you don't get the right auras and defenses. My character is a tad squishy right now and has almost no ailment immunity or raw armor yet. I have to play it safe for these first few nodes, but once I start getting some gear, it'll pick up. Here we got a sword. That's our first item, it's a fucking sword. Oh, I made it to a node. Holy shit, I made it to a node. First node and a level up. Let's go! Ooh, that's a lot of shit. With all this gear I don't end up using, I'm gonna set up my animated guardian with some basic armor and a new two-handed mace for now. I also wanted to go through my entire stash and empty it from everything I had up to that point before I started Delve. Not much, but I wanted it to be perfectly clean. I don't really need the gem slot anymore. I'll hit the boots. 20% movement speed! Oh! Ooh! +5 to armor, +4 to maximum energy shield. Just bonuses, man. 20% movement speed, man, you can feel it already. Now, the most annoying thing about this so far is that I need to get Sulfite. Well, until maps, I can only really get Sulfite from the first area, the mines, when I first do Nico's mission to start Delve. Otherwise, I need to randomly find it in areas during the campaign, which is going to be really annoying. With a couple lucky Sulfite spawns, I do a few more Delves and keep going through the campaign as normal. Ooh! Yes! Here's some extreme luck. I get a random Perion golem gem drop, which is perfect for my build as I can run 2 golems and get some more minion DPS. After a leisurely campaign playthrough, I obliterate Katava and head straight for the second lab and clear it with ease. I pick up Bastion of Hope so I can grab some more block attack and spell damage for general survivability. Alright, enough of this shit, let's get straight to the good stuff. In order to actually sustain Delve, I need to do map completions for Atlas points so I can get a 100% chance for maps to include Nico. This is going to take like 30 bonus objectives, so I'm just picking up maps and slowly working towards this. While I do that, I'm also delving more often and deeper to actually get this challenge going. Slowly getting better gear, but nothing particularly amazing. Until I somehow land a Leercast, which is one of the best possible uniques and items in general for any minion build that uses Animated Guardian. This single item gives me tons more DPS and is a fantastic find for the build so far. Remember that list of special nodes from earlier? That minion node is going to be one of the best possible finds for me, as the +1 number of Ray Spectre chest armor modifier items is going to go crazy when I actually get a Ray Spectre gem. And when I path to one, I actually hit it! Except, yeah, evasion base. I'm not going to use this. For my third time, I annihilate Azaro and finally take my third Ascendancy for some massive boost to my DPS with Unwavering Crusade, allowing me to have Summon Elemental Relic trigger. After a small amount of delving in the meantime with nothing really notable, I destroy Azaro for the 4th time and claim my 4th Ascendancy. And you may ask, how I got an offering to the goddess. Well, it does in fact drop in Delve, and I've gotten quite a few so far, but I'll just be using one for this Ascendancy grab. And what's this? Evasion rating. That's okay. With a tiny bit more progression, I path to my first major boss battle at the Grand Architect's Temple, with Ahoatotli the Blind. Around depth 100-ish, my build's performing very well. I get authority on this Machinarian. Get the fuck out of here! After that fight, I finally grab my first 5-link of the build with a decent base, and I can end up making my Raging Spirit damage a whole lot better. Interesting. Wither. That's extremely good. Minion life. Automation? Damn! A while later, I hit the jackpot, a Convocation gem. Finally, I can link it with the automation I got earlier, and my Guardian and minions can keep up with me, which will be such a quality of life change, it's crazy. So, we're going to be doing a little overview of what I've done so far. We're 1 day, 13 hours, 1 minute, 50 seconds right into this character. I got a basic setup of a Convening Wand and an Ivory Spirit Shield. Decently rolled. I generally just pick this up off the ground. I think the Spirit Shield I actually rolled. This helmet I'm using for Aspect of the Spider. The 5-link chest piece here I'm actually pretty happy with. It's got some good resistances and a pretty high life roll. Some other stuff can be better, but I'm using it now just because 5-link. And the gauntlets I got going on, pretty simple. It's got some minion damage on it. The Vanguard belt, which I didn't even know was a base in the game. It's giving me the resistances that I need and some flat armor, which is great. Some dragon scale boots with some movement speed and some resistances, so that's great. I'm also running a remove curse on used divine life flask, quartz, basalt, silver, and quicksilver. But here's what we're really going to be looking at. We're going to be looking at these links here. So this is what I'm currently running. Convocation is linked to automation. And then we got summon Carrion Golem, linked to controlled blaze, brutality, and summon stone golem. I just have this stuff linked up right now, especially controlled blaze, because I was just experimenting with how well it works. Brutality is just basically dealing really good fizz damage with Carrion Golem. That's about it, though. Realistically, I could have a better gem here, and that's what I'm working toward. Generally, this is how my 5-link is going. Summon Raging Spirit, melee splash is essential. Some kind of added flat. I've just been changing these out. And I also got Animate Guardian linked to minion life. Over here, I got Flammability, Pending Doom, which has been making small pack clears super nice, super smooth, and Clarity. Vitality, Arctic Armor, and Shield Charge. So right now, defenses are pretty good. I got almost capped reses. Gold is lacking a little bit. Chaos minus 16, that's not the worst thing ever. Currently my passive tree is sitting like this. So basically it's just looking like this. Also, my animated guardian here, if you've noticed, is not only using Leercast, but he's using a very special shield here, which is giving some allies a couple bonuses. Stash, total mess. Got a couple uniques here, completely, utterly worthless, and I've just hoarded a bunch of junk, because honestly, I didn't really know where this was going, so I just started grabbing a bunch of shit. A lot of this I will just end up dropping. I'll go through it in a little bit. Drop some pretty good items, like here, Deidre's Scorn. This would, I think, go really well with Impending Doom. We'll have to see what I can make do with this. And Chevron's Wrapping. This is a very good option if I want to. Basically go full energy shield, maybe low life. Honestly, I don't know yet. It's slowly building up. Surprisingly, it's actually slowly building up. I have 43 chaos. Currently talk to Nico. I'm pathed over at depth 120, which is a very comfortable spot for me. And I've come down from basically going straight down till about 121. So I've just been going sideways since 120, really. I'm prioritizing the minion nodes when I can find them. If I have these beast nodes, I'm definitely going to try going to them. Just special nodes in general, I'm definitely going to try pathing to. Every time I see a gem node, I am 100% going to path to it immediately. And overall, that's just about what I'm doing. I'll keep playing this character while the Keepers League is still going, and we'll see where it goes. Thank you so much for watching, and hope you have a good one.